Hi, Phil Aston here from Now Spinning Magazine with the return of the weekly playlist. I said this was going to be back, and here it is. But before I go on, if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe now. Over 30% of the people, 30% of people who view this channel have subscribed. So that means 70% haven't done that yet. But I know many of you comment time after time, but please subscribe to the channel. Ring that little bell really helps Now Spinning Magazine and myself make more videos. It really does. So, what have I been playing? It's quite diverse. I have to say, it's quite diverse, but you know that, those of you know me. The first one is this, which is, make sure it's not shining with the light coming in through the window. Cheap Trick. And it's all shook up. I've also got this on CD, and it's in the little box set which I reviewed here before, so I'll use that as my reference point. Produced by George Martin, wasn't it, in 1980. I got into Cheap Trick via Dream Police, I think, and I wasn't a massive fan of Live at the Budokan. Everybody not at school, but everyone I knew at the time, all the pubs I was going to, said I have to have the live album Live at the Budokan. And maybe it was because it was too popular. I didn't gel with it. But I started to kind of tentatively move into Cheap Trick's catalogue at that time. And All Shook Up was the one where I actually decided to take a plunge. I know the tracks listed on the CD, they're not. But this one was the one that really gelled with me. It really did. And the reason for that, I think, is actually the first track, Stop This Game. 1980, I was playing in bands, I was trying to get out of the factories I was working in, and I was desperate to, I was following my dreams. I just, life was tough. But equally, there was pressure because of money, of making money from, my dad saying you need to get to let go of the music. You need to really focus on, doing your day job and stuff. And the first track, Stop This Game, really resonated with me. I think it could be one of my favourite Cheap Trick songs of all time. And it's all about, I can't stop the music. And it's about the music being in your head, and as much as you try, you can't stop it. And it just meant, that's what the song meant to me. It still does. And it's such a great, emotive verse and chorus. I just felt it, and how it was making me feel about music in my life and what music meant to me. And I can't stop the music. It just keeps playing in your head, and the way the vocals at the end just build, and to this day, still does the same thing. And to me, it just continues. Just Got Back is a typical Cheap Trick, upbeat, clever pop rock song. What's the next one was called? Baby Loves to Rock, which is great, but it's actually the one after that, which has the same kind of feel as the first one, which is called I Can't Stop It, But I'm Gonna Try. It's got that track and the first one, Stop This Game, have got the same kind of feel to them, that kind of emotive angst in the voice, and that to me is Cheap Trick at their best. There's a certain type of song they do that bridges this gap between the heart and thoughts, really, and those two tracks do it. And of course the next one, World's Greatest Lover, it's a wonderful, beautiful ballad with some great guitar, one of his best guitar solos on it. And then on the other side, on side 2, that starts with a High Priest of Rhythmic Noise, All Comes Tumbling Down. And I think there's one other track that really, really stuck out to me. I Love You, Honey, But I Hate Your Friends. I like that one as well. Absolutely superb. So that has been on my turntable, because I have been playing the vinyl version all week. So I'll just move that one out of the way. So what else has been on my deck? The next one is related to my interview with Oliver Wakeman. Please check out the podcast. It's a great chat. Absolutely lovely guy to talk to. We talked at length about John Wetton and the new John Wetton box set. But when I was talking about what his favourite Yes album is, and especially when obviously Oliver went on tour with Yes, doing all his dad's parts. His favourite album by Yes is this one, Tormato. And I found that was really interesting because it is one of the Yes albums that I play the most. It really is. I'm trying to think, I've probably got the CD somewhere lurking around on the... Have I? Yes, I have. Here it is. It's got lots of extra bonus tracks on this. But it came after Going for the One. I saw Yes at Stafford Bingley Hall at that scene Going for the One. They did the whole album. And this came out afterwards the following year. Punk was exploding in the UK. A lot of prog bands were kind of probably thinking, what should we do? And it was such a shock after Going for the One that most people I know didn't like it. But over the years, if I'm thinking, oh, shall I play some Yes? I'll play the Yes album, Fragile, Going for the One. But I do put this on because there's almost like there's so much to discover and explore on this even after all this time. And when Oliver started talking about it, I decided to play the CD remaster while having the vinyl on my lap. There's a great little booklet in this, so I'm just saying that. But what really comes across is how well it sounded. Chris Squire's bass weaving in amongst these kind of still very complex, gentle, giantish tracks. Don't Kill the Whale was the single, which I bought. The B-side was, was it Arlene, I think? Abilene, which I was okay. And so I bought the single, and again, I wasn't really enthralled by it. But playing it the other day, and see, my wife was in the room as well. She said, oh, this is really good. You haven't played this for ages. And we both agreed. Are there really any really, really bad Yes albums? And there's so much to enjoy and discover on this album. So, Tormato by Yes has also been on the turntable and in the CD drive. The next one is Jazz. This is a classic, 1957, I believe. John Coltrane, Blue Train from John Coltrane. This is just classic stuff. It's not often I get to play a record that's older than me, but this is. And it's timeless. It might provoke the sound of coffee houses and cafes through the late 80s and 90s, perhaps, for some of us. Because this is one of these jazz albums where, even though you think you've never heard it before in your life, when you hear it, you think, why do I know this? And it's because it's been played in the background to so many things. I think there's A Love Supreme is obviously it is to me, the John Coltrane album. But this one, Blue Train, would be next on my list of John Coltrane. This is a reissue from the noughties, but it's superb. So love that. I've recently done a tribute to Miles Goodman from April Wine, and so Harder Faster has been on my CD drive a lot as well. Great band. Please check them out or revisit them if you haven't played them for a long time. Celestial Days by DBA is another album that comes up a lot on my playlist because I absolutely love it. Jeff Downes is superb on it. So is Christopher Braids. It's just beautiful, positive album, and I love beautiful, positive albums. But sometimes I need a bit of angst to get my teeth into, and this is their best album since The Unforgiving, and it is Within Temptation and Bleed Out. You see that through the jewel case there. This is really, really heavy, very, very angry, very emotive. I love symphonic rock. Epica probably up there at the top end with Delane, but Within Temptation to me are my favourites. I think sometimes they tried to chase and cross over into different genres. Nothing wrong with that at all. As you know, I love bands that push the boundaries. But on this one, they've gone back to their roots, but not all the way back. As I say, to me, it's like The Offspring from The Unforgiving. There isn't one bad track on this. If you're into symphonic rock, fronted by, great female vocals, then that is absolutely superb. I'm still playing this. I know I've done a separate video on it, so I don't want to. What else could I possibly say about it? I don't know. I'm just being honest with you. What I'm playing, Stormbringer, Deep Purple, 1974. Somebody quoted the lyrics, and it just reminded me of how iconic these lyrics are. Coming out of nowhere, driving like a rain, Stormbringer dance on the thunder again. Dark cloud gathering, breaking the day. No point running, 'cause it's coming away. Ride the rainbow, crack the sky. Stormbringer coming, time to die. Gotta keep running, Stormbringer coming. He's got nothing you need, he's gonna make you bleed. I mean, Coverdale was on fire, wasn't he, really? Literally, it was Stormbringer. Rainbow shaker on a stallion, twister, bareback rider on the eye of the sky. Stormbringer coming down, meaning to stay. Thunder and lightning heading your way. Oh, yes. Oh, I just loved it. Absolutely enjoyed it. I don't think, what else could I say about it? All of your comments when I did that video. Hold on, the sweetness of Glenn Hughes' voice and Coverdale and the harmonies, and it's just great. In fact, reading your comments has made me enjoy this and appreciate this album even more than when he was doing so. Well, at the time of doing this video, literally 24 hours ago, Kiss played their last gig ever. Well, Kiss as we know it. If they come back as digital avatars, who knows? So I've been playing the first one, Kiss. I think this is what label is this on? This is on the blue Casablanca label. So this is the original pressing. So it's from, where is it? 1974. They did 2 albums in 1974. Now, some of you don't like Kiss. That's fine. It's we've all got our different views on things. But to me, after reading Paul Stanley's autobiography, which you should all read, it was actually Paul's autobiography that turned me on to Kiss more than I'd ever been turned on to Kiss. It really was the case that I didn't know he'd had a disability. He was born literally one ear, so he's been obviously had no sound, unable to hear on one side of his head completely, and what that meant to him, the disfigurement growing his hair, and I had no idea. And because I've had my own over the years health issues and stuff, and his approach to life, his positivity, the stuff he does, and when I read the book, I became a massive Kiss fan, and both my sons became Kiss fans. My wife is, and I think when you see them band live and you see the spectacle of it and what it means and all of that, whatever you may think of them, we'll never see the likes of that again. Even bands like Rammstein, it doesn't come close to the spectacle of Kiss. I think if I was going to tell you anywhere to land if you didn't know where to go, the Australian concert where the whole orchestra, Kiss with an orchestra, and the whole orchestra is dressed up in Kiss makeup, that's got to be one of their highlights, I think. But just amazing band, and so I've gone back to the earthy, gutsy, garagey sound of the first Kiss album, and I'll probably go to some of my favourites as well later on in their catalogue as well. Other stuff I've been playing, if I can find where I've been, is a bit different. As I said, jazz was. So the other album is called Last Days and Time, and it is by Earth, Wind and Fire. This is closer to Santana than the kind of Boogie Nights period of Earth, Wind and Fire that came later on, and it's from the Columbia Masters box set, which has got 16 CDs in it. But there's some great extended tracks on here, funk fusion, as I say, a bit Santana-ish, really uplifting, and love it. Really happy, joyous music. So that's Earth, Wind and Fire, Last Days and Time from 1972. What else? Have I got anything else? Yes, I've got 2 more things left. And so I've just shown you Earth, Wind and Fire. The next one is Motorhead, and it is, of course, No Sleep and so Hammersmith. It's the deluxe box set. I got this last week. I haven't heard the other concerts where the tracks were taken from to form the overall gig. Because I know some people have said, Phil, brace yourself, because the sound quality isn't very good. I don't know, I haven't heard it yet, but the original album remastered, it's just marvellous, isn't it? You just realise, there's a couple of Lemmy stories that I've shared with patrons on video. If those of you who were over there, you've probably seen those. But this is just wonderful, isn't it? Ace of Spades, Stay Clean, Metropolis. See, Metropolis is one of my favourite Motorhead tracks. The Hammer, Iron Horse, No Class is another one. Overkill, awesome. Capricorn is another one of my favourite tracks. Bomber, Motorhead, Over the Top. Absolutely one of the best live albums of all time. And what makes this so life affirming is that none of these guys are with us now. Every one of the band have gone. I remember being in the queue at, I think it was somewhere in Shepherd's Bush. I just played in a band I was with, and I was in the queue with Filthy Animal Taylor, and we're going to have like a kebab. He was ordering a kebab, and I was kind of like, trying to be cool next to him. And he asked for the hottest chili sauce I think they had, and could have been especially for him. But I just said, I'll have what he's having. And I had a 2-hour drive back to Birmingham from London after eating that. It was very interesting for the rest of the guys in the van, I can tell you. Anyway, so that was that's almost my last but one playlist, and the last one because we're getting into the season of Goodwill, and it is back to soul, and it's Stax Christmas. This is a new release, Stax Christmas. It's basically some rarities of Christmas songs from the Stax catalogue. So you've got Otis Redding, Merry Christmas Baby, which is an alternative mix, the Staple Singers, Booker T and the MGs, Winter Wonderland, Second Take, I believe, Isaac Hayes, The Mistletoe and Me, very cool dude, Rufus Thomas, the Temporaries, The Emotions, and Rufus and Carla Thomas, That Makes Christmas Day. Absolutely joyous. So I shall try and feature a Christmas album or collection as we move up through the month of December. So thank you for watching. Thank you for being here. Remember, music is a healer and a doctor, and please subscribe. Please subscribe to the YouTube channel. Look out for the Now Spinning magazine Facebook group where you can interact with lots of different music collectors from around the world. Remember, if you become a patron, you can join in with our monthly Zoom call as well, and that will also support me to make more videos. So become a patron, become a YouTube member. Thank you for being here. Take care, all of you, and I shall see you on my next video.